Right, yeah, CLK, it's a 500, but either way, merged CLK, it's probably all the same on many others. Brake fluid swap. So that's the stuff I got. I think that's from the Repco store. That was the suitable one for this model car, which is good. So I just use the syringe. There's probably much faster ways if you really want. Just to empty that out. Got it all emptied out completely, and then replaced it with the new stuff. And just put the old stuff in the bottle. Just remember, stuff is corrosive. It can affect paint. So yeah, don't get it on your paint and all that. Make sure it's all clean and all the usual stuff for brakes. So yeah, so I had to adjust the park brakes anyway. So I thought, well, why not? Since I've already got everything apart, I might as well get the fluid done on the brakes. So pretty simple job, really. So anyway, I just emptied it into a bottle from the front reservoir. So this was a little brake, single man brake cleaning, brake bleeding kit. Just got it. I think they're about $11 or something. So they fit like that. They're a little bit different to all the others. They don't put a hose over the top. These actually go inside the little needle inside, so it just squeezes in there and it fits very well. It's a good idea. So yeah, so all I did, make sure you use a proper spanner to undo that. Don't use that end. Use that end, the proper end, and try and find a proper hex setup if you can, because these can be very tight, and because they're sitting in a wheel, sometimes they can cause you grief, and you can strip the bloody bolt or the nut, whichever it may be. So yeah, so these come off pretty good. So I just use that. So once it's done, then you can use the single, then you use that end, because obviously you can't get the socket on and off with that on there. So you just use that as needed. So you just set it up like that. It just a little magnet thing, make sure it's above. And then you just open it up. You know, probably half turn is sufficient, because it's only a tiny little needle there. Half turn, and then just go in there and gently push the brake down, and just let it under its own weight come back up, and then push it back down. Don't force it with extreme pressure or anything like that. Just put your foot down and just push it down with normal standard weight, so that you don't get grief. You don't want to put too much stress on the system, so you just gradually push it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let it back up, 1, 2, and then you go down, 1, 2, 3, 4. So because this canister is pretty small, you do about 10 of those, and then you come out and check and see what the fluid looks like. This one was already very nice fluid, so I only had this car for 6 months, so well, probably less than that, so I had no idea of the maintenance history or when the last brake fluid changed. So I just did everything, absolutely everything, front to rear. So this is one of the last jobs. So this was very nice fluid anyway, so obviously someone's looked after it for me, which is great. So you just compare it to the colour of the fluid coming out of the you know, the new bottle. So as you see it, you just compare it with the colour of the fluid, and if it looks nice and green, or whichever colour it is, no yucky, no brown or black, it's job done. So basically I went through 2 of these bottles, so filled it up once, and then just emptied it in the bottle, and then went through it again and filled it up again. So I just, it takes about 15 presses to fill up one of those, but I just sort of took it easy, I didn't want to overflow it. So yeah, so before you empty that little canister, just make sure you close it back off here, empty the canister, and then put it back on, and then open it up and continue your bleeding. Yeah, it's a pretty good job. It's a little bit of fun, something different. And obviously when you're done, just make sure you've got brake pressure, brake pedal, good pedal feel, and just make sure the reservoir is topped up. So because this is on a bit of it's on jack stands and all that, I'll top it up to nearly full, and left the last little bit when I get it back on level ground to give it a good check. So not a hard job at all. It's something very easy to do at your home. So I've done the back 2. So they said start from the furthest one away, and then next one, and then to the front ones after that. So you work towards the furthest point to the closest point. That's what they say to do. So I started on left, and then right, rear, and then I'm going to put this thing on the scissor lift under here, and then yeah, do the front left and front right, and then that's job done. So yeah, then I've got a couple of oil leaks on the oil cooler I've got to do, got those new seal kit to put in, and I'm nearly running out of jobs. So yeah, anyway, yeah, that's that job. Thank you.